I find that most people have either a love or hate relationship with mushrooms, and most people don't like them because of the texture. Some people don't like them because they don't really have much of a flavor. However, the nutritional value of mushrooms are being studied, and you might want to change your mind and find some way of getting these into your diet. Mushrooms are a valuable source of vitamin D. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath, and I love sharing natural remedies with people for better health. Natural remedies have been used by people for centuries, even thousands of years, like the plant we're discussing. Back then, I'm sure people ate mushrooms and felt it was a gift for this food to arrive without them having to do anything. They just picked it and eat it. So it's, as an avid gardener, I marvel at mushrooms. I love how they are so different. There are kits that you can purchase that are inoculated with different spores of particular varieties of mushrooms. But I would definitely hesitate at going out and harvesting wild mushrooms. There's just too many out there that I would not be sure of whether it would be safe to eat. So one of the mushrooms that I do find that is so distinct that there's very few out there that look like morels. And if they do, there's certain identifying features so you know that you're getting a morel mushroom. That's the only mushroom I've ever hunted for. Here in Michigan, we're approaching the season for mushrooms as winter leaves us and spring starts to arrive. Morel mushroom picking is one of the favorite things to do. The morel are actually more like a truffle. It's not really, it's a cross between a mushroom and a truffle. Its name is actually called Morchella. And it is the fruit of a fungus that sprouts in the moist soil of woods and forests. And there are debates about the number of types or different types of morel, but the most common are black morels and yellow morels. And they both have a stem and a conical body that is covered with pits and ridges. To me, it reminds me of a brain. And sometimes when you're looking at a plant and you see the signature of that plant, oftentimes that's what it's going to help. It also has the shape of a heart if you turn it upside down. So the heart and brain are actually things helped by mushrooms, particularly morel mushrooms. So morels are a spring mushroom that can usually be found between the months of March and May. And as people hunt for these, many times you don't find them. And it's really a game of sorts, because some people will have apps on their phones where they'll shout out to other people, hey, they're over here or whatever. And they're just a marvel when they spring up. And the taste of the morel, it is a delicious flavor to those who enjoy mushrooms. I've had them sauteed in butter and garlic, and they're absolutely fabulous. I've made soup with them. And the big thing about morels is that they are a wonderful source of vitamin D. Morels are known to contain one of the highest amounts of vitamin D among all edible mushrooms. This is of value because if you're a vegetarian, this is a good source to get your vitamin D. So why do we need vitamin D? Well, in animals, the vitamin D is stored in the fat, and the vitamin D that you get from mushrooms is basically D2. Now, D2 has to be converted into D3 by the liver. And if your liver is overwhelmed, this may be difficult for your body to do. So it is generally recommended to take D3, which is difficult to find in vegetarian sources. So the brain and nervous system require vitamin D to function well. The bones need it. The immune system requires it to bring down inflammation. The kidneys need it, and it supports the heart and lungs. So vitamin D plays a huge role in our mood and well-being. And here in Michigan, you just don't get very much sunshine. And so even though today is a lovely sunshiny day, you need skin exposure to have the vitamin D come into the skin and get converted by the skin. So according to nutritionfacts.org, we need to have between 75 and 110 nanoliters per milligram to provide optimal benefits. And if you are in a disease state, you should be up in those levels. And getting up to those levels is really difficult without doing supplementation. So this is what I take. I believe that food is our medicine. And oftentimes, if you can't get what you need in food, then the best thing to do is to take a food grade supplement. And our vitamin D, if you follow the link in the description below, you'll get 25% off of your entire order. And if you read the information on where our vitamin D3 comes from, it is sourced very, very well and pure. So I'm pleased that I have an association with Nature Sunshine, because I believe that the company has been around for 50 years because, you know what, their products work and their quality is the best. And also I will take elderberry during the winter months. You know, it is rare for us to even see the sun. And so getting enough vitamin D to support my immune system. I'm approaching 80 and my bones need all the help that they can get. And so I love these two products. Now, elderberry is known worldwide for its ability to strengthen the immune system. And this particular product also has vitamin D3 in it, and that supports both the innate and adaptive immune branches. And if you'd like to learn more about the immune system and how it works, I have plenty of videos on my YouTube channel. Just enjoy them, learn. I think everybody should do some research. Don't depend on just what I tell you. I usually leave links in the description below for where I get my research information. Along with that, Echinacea is in this product. We all love Echinacea. I love growing it. And it supports the immune system because of its specific antioxidants. Now, I'm doing a 6-part series, and the first class I did just recently on do I need vitamins? And that's a valid question. There are a lot of people that think that they can get everything they need from the food they eat. And you have to be really, really conscious of the food you eat. I use bone broth, and I do fermented foods, and I do a lot of different things that really encourage health in my body, but I don't do everything. And so I really feel that there is no downside to taking vitamin D. As far as all the research that they've done, there is no toxic effect to taking high amounts of vitamin D. So the experts in our country have done excessive research, and I will link it to this video in the description. And this information led to an incredible discovery that we have a huge deficiency of vitamin D in most people in this country particularly. So when we were told to use sunscreen, we really started to get a deficit in our vitamin D levels, and we saw cancer soar. Now, the big thing was they scared us about skin cancer, and that you had to put the sunscreen on to prevent skin cancer. But when you did that, you also prevented those healthy sun rays in going into our skin and converting to D. At that point, it's D1 from the sun. The skin converts it to D2. It goes to the liver and converts to D3. So if you already get D3 into your body and it goes to the liver says, okay, my job is done here. And it goes and sends it off to the kidneys where it's absorbed and utilized. Now, there are so many functions that vitamin D provides that we are finding it absolutely invaluable. So yes, food is our medicine, but we have to question, is it enough? Is what I do enough to keep me healthy, to keep my bones healthy and agile? And is my immune system able to fight off the infections that are just all around us? You know, masks don't work, so we don't really want to stop the ability for us to breathe in healthy, fresh air and good oxygen. So even though food is our basis for good health, we want to make sure that we're getting all we need. And sometimes if you do supplementation and you're not sure of what supplementation that you particularly need, and you can email me, Dr. Mary at bornforhealth.com, and I would love to help you with that, or find somebody in your area that is versed on supplements. You know, they say, go to your doctor, but you know, we all know that medical doctors have very little training in nutrition. But I will urge you to go to the medical doctor and get your vitamin D tested, because if you don't know where you stand on your levels of vitamin D, you don't really know how much you should be taking. So working with a three-pronged approach is more effective than just dealing with a one-shot thing of taking a gummy bear supplement for your health, because that's not going to work. That totally is not enough. So I'd like you to check out my videos, get more information. I think you should do your own research and make sure that you are up on it, because there is nothing more important than health. You know, you can have all the wealth in the world, but if you're not feeling good, or if you're sick, or if you're dying, that wealth isn't going to make any difference to you at all. So if you found value in this presentation, please give me a thumbs up. And I would love to hear from you. If you want to comment in below the description area, subscribe. I have a plethora of informational videos on a variety of subjects, and a lot of them are on particular herbs where we can find in our own yard, and so you can get nutrition for free if you know what you're looking for. So food is our medicine, but it can also be our downfall. So make sure you're choosing nutritionally dense food that contributes to your good health, and make 2022 a wonderful and healthy year for you. The purpose of these videos is to help you understand that herbs and food help our body get into balance, and disease occurs when the body is out of balance. Doctors prescribe and diagnose disease, and all they have in their toolbox are drugs, and drugs do not heal the body. The body uses nutrients to heal. So natural medicine works with imbalances, and whether they are emotional or physical, many of those imbalances are due to a lack of knowledge. And people need to know how their body works and what needs to stay healthy. So please like and share these videos so that others can be healthier through natural methods. Get control of your health by focusing on healthy foods, good thoughts, good nutrition. Be thankful for people who are there for you, and focus on all of the joy in the world, and be thankful for every day, each and every day, and greet it with a smile on your face, and be ready to start your day. So until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the health of it.